Calvin Castine at the Plattsburgh State softball field. Section 7 Chairman Ralph Cross is busy working his garden, trying to smooth out the infield and make it as dry as he can. We had some showers just prior to the start of the game. This is regional competition at the Class C level. New York State Section 7 champions, the Northern Adirondack Bobcats, and the Section 10 representatives, the St. Lawrence Larrys. The Bobcats were busily trying to figure out what a Larry was, and I would assume it's just a nickname for Lawrence, but they wanted to make believe it was a bird, I guess, because Bobcats eat birds, probably. I don't know, but it's the Larrys and the Bobcats, and it's coming up right after the umpires get their instructions here on viewer-supported local television, Hometown Cable.
New York State Section 7, Section 10, Class C girls regional game between the Larrys of St. Lawrence and the Bobcats of Northern Adirondack. The National High School Federation and the State Association require officials to enforce sportsmanship rules. High school athletics emphasize positive values. All of us have worked hard to create a sense of teamwork, respect, responsibility, and perspective. We remind you that we expect good behavior and will quickly penalize misconduct. We encourage and appreciate your help. Let this competition reflect mutual respect among all participants and officials. Good luck and have a great contest. And now let's meet our rosters and starting lineups. First for the visiting Larrys. Number 10, Molly Tenike.
Non-starters, Molly Tenike.
Number 4, Amanda Locke.
Amanda Locke.
Number 2, Aaron Smith.
Aaron Smith.
Number 7, Larissa Shapovalova.
Larissa Shapovalova.
Bradish.
Sarah Bradish.
And now the starting lineup for the Larrys. In left field, number 14, Megan LaBoff.
The starters, left fielder Megan LaBoff.
The first baseman, number 12, Jillian Sauls.
Jillian Sauls, the first baseman.
The shortstop, number 13, Mariana Locke.
Marianne Locke, the shortstop.
In center field, number 16, Emily Helmer.
Emily Helmer, center fielder.
The third baseman, number 9, Shailene Solar.
Shailene Solar, third baseman.
The catcher, number 19, Candice Musaw.
Candice Musaw.
At second base, number 5, Amanda Felix.
Amanda Felix, second baseman.
The designated player, number 11, Mallory Buckley.
Designated hitter Mallory Buckley.
The pitcher, number 3, Don McCollin.
Don McCallan, the pitcher.
And in right field, the flex player, number 1, Keisha Sebring.
And Keisha Sebring, who will be playing defense but not hitting.
Assisted by Mickey Locke. And now for the Bobcats, the home team on the scoreboard. Number 4, Courtney Bilo.
Non-starters for the Cats, Courtney Bilo.
Number 8, Erin Hemingway.
Erin Hemingway.
Number 17, Lauren Carter.
Lauren Carter.
And number 12, Jenna McNeil.
Jenna McNeil.
And number 5, Barb Wolf.
Barbara Wolf.
And now the starting lineup for the Bobcats. In left field, number 2, Haley Trombley.
Haley Trombley, here's the starters, left fielder.
The right fielder, number 1, Stacy Siskavich.
Stacy Siskavich, the right fielder.
The catcher, number 15, Kristen Brunel.
Kristen Brunel behind the plate.
At shortstop, number 3, Krista Shippey.
Krista Shippey, the shortstop.
In center field, number 9, Jamie Mylan LeClaire.
Jamie Mylan LeClaire, the speedy center fielder.
The designated player, number 13, Rainey Minkler.
DH is Renee Minkler.
At second base, number 14, Elena Karofsky.
Elena Karofsky, the second baseman.
At third base, number 10, Kelsey Jutnan.
Kelsey Jutnan, the third sacker.
The pitcher, number 6, Kim Giro.
Kim Giro will do the pitching.
And at first base, the flex player, number 11, Michelle Boyer.
Michelle Boyer, who will field first base and not bat.
Assisted by Jared Perrier.
Dennis LaBarge, assisted by Jared Perrier.
Is the first base umpire.
Perrier is the
third base umpire, and Mr. Ensel is the home plate umpire. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with our national anthem.
It's nice that Rick Bruce always reminds the people to remove their hats. Folks don't always remember to do that these days. Play ball. Conditions are overcast, a little bit muggy because we've had some precipitation. Not sure the temperature at the moment. It feels very mild, but that's also might be because it's muggy. When I left Champlain to head this way, it was 67. When I approached Plattsburgh, the car thermometer said 60. So temperature was dropping, but we're getting some showers then. Now the showers have stopped, so maybe, just maybe, it's warmed up a bit. The St. Lawrence Larrys defeated Salmon River in the championship game for Section 10. The Larrys with just one loss this season. Bobcats had about a 500 record going into the playoffs, but they were peaking at the end. They had that big victory over the Plattsburgh High School Hornets, and they won big in the sectional finals against Ty, 18-8. So we're expecting big things out of this ball game. A couple of good clubs that are at the top of their game at the moment. Megan LeBoff at the plate. Kim Giro delivers. Pete Ensel's calling the balls and strikes. We got Bobby McConey over on this side. I'm not sure of the official on the other side, on the far side. Foul tipped. 1-2 the count. First batter of the game. Just missing. Count even at 2-2. Giro delivers. Soft liner. It's a base hit. Infield was playing in short with 2 strikes. I don't know why the infield was in so close. You could look for the bunt on the early swings, but once you get 2 strikes, infield should be back a ways, but they're playing in tight. Now Jillian Sauls, the first baseman, as the Larrys have a base runner. We expect the bunt here. Two-0. Strike. LaBeouf showing no signs of stealing so far. 3-1. Giro's going to have to make her a hitter. Ball 4 just missing. So a little bloop single and a walk, and it's a potential rally. Marianne Locke. Mariana, Rick Bruce is pronouncing it. Mariana Locke, shortstop. Scoring first is a big factor in these games when we get to the playoffs. First and second with nobody out. And Giro delivers. 2 balls and a strike. Line drive, that's a base hit. Gets by Leclerc, Mylin Leclerc. We're going to have runners at second and third, and a run in. Well, Emily Helmer, cleanup hitter, will step in with 2 ducks on the pond. The first run would have scored anyway, but the runners are at second and third on the misplay. So there's an error. That error was not on the hit. It was on the runners getting the extra bases. Nobody out yet here in the first. The Larrys threatening to have a big first inning. Winner of this game advances to Glens Falls in 2 days. This is a game being played on the 30th of May, Memorial Day, 2005. Way high. 3-1 to count. First base is open. Strike 2. They'll have a payoff pitch. Out of play, foul. Busy day for Hometown Cable. We had 2 veterans ceremonies this morning. Foul ball, just barely foul. Going to change balls. 2 veterans ceremonies this morning, plus the third one. Gordy Little was supposed to be getting a third one for us, but the 2 we put on into part of today's program. Infield fly is called. Shippey grabs it. No, it's not an infield fly, excuse me. First base was not occupied, so it's not an infield fly. So that's 1 out. Shailene Solar, I'd written Seller, but Rick was over there getting pronunciation, so we'll go with him. We're now not afraid to throw. So in addition to the 2 veterans ceremonies, this game, we have another game after this. Shazy is playing Madrid-Waddington. That could be trouble. Our camera work was trouble on that one too. We zoomed a little bit too much to the right. Mylin Leclerc gave it a try. I think she was expecting that the right fielder Siskavich had a better shot at that. And Siskavich is playing close to the line. Now she's moving a little bit off the line. So both runners were going. They were anticipating that dropping in. So 2-run score. It's going to be a hit for Soller, and Candice Musall is the batter. She's the catcher. So it's 3-0 in favor of the Larrys. In tight. We've moved in a few steps, about 2 yards. That was part of our problem, missing that previous play. We returned. Plays at second. Try to first would not be in time. Safe at first. Good heads-up play. Second baseman Korowski getting the shore out at second base. So that's 2 down. Puts Musso at first and brings up Amanda Felix, the second baseman. With our tripod, we were turning it blind. We are now in a position where we can, if we turn our camera, we can follow it, not be guessing where the camera's pointing. So we moved up 2 yards, and that'll assure us of not missing another play. That's our guarantee here at Hometown Cable. Had she not made it, I think Brunel would have been called for interference. If she hadn't made it, would have been interference on Boyer's part, not letting the runner by when she's not actively fielding a ball. Unless you're fielding a batted ball, the base pass belonged to the runners. So Brunel took a chance, and we have a runner at second. And she's going to probably score on here. Here's Mylan LeClaire. She's going to run it in. So Mylan LeClaire runs in and keeps that runner from scoring. Now the 8th batter here in the first inning, Mallory Buckley, the designated hitter. Runners at the corners. See if they'll send Felix to second. Take the force off. Strike 1. Throw went to Shippey. Both runners at second and third. In the dirt. Giro in to cover the plate. No play. Second and third. Big batter here. Larry's already leading 3-0 with 2 outs. Count even now at 2-2. Pitch from Giro is grounded to second. Korowski, the short toss to Boyer. Larry's pickup 3 after 1/2 inning of play at St. Lawrence 3, and the Bobcats coming to bat on Hometown Cable. Haley Trombley will lead off the Bobcat half of the first. It's a line drive to left field, and it is caught. It is caught in left field by Megan LeBoff. And breaks of the game are part of what ends up with a W or an L as Stacy Siskavich steps in. Remember when LeBoff was up there, she had a little blooper that just barely got on the outfield grass. That was a base hit. And a line drive, a well-hit ball by Trombley. And LeBoff is able to catch up with it. So Trombley had the better hit ball, but she has an out. And LeBoff scored the first run of the game on her little bloop single. So breaks of the game. It's all part of the magic of baseball, softball. The play. I have a name for the ref on the far side. That's Fred Lemaire from Tupper Lake. So this will be his last opportunity in a Section 7 game, because Tupper Lake is moving back to Section 10 next year. So these players from Section 10 will be seeing more of them. A well-hit ball by Siskavich. We heard she could hit. And she drilled that into deep center field. Stacy Siskavich, called up during the season from the JVs. And she brings a potent bat. Speaking of potent bats, here's Kristen Brunel. I think she drove in about 5 in that 18-8 victory in the Section 7 finals. As far as we know, that game was taped. When we saw we had conflicts, we called up Foxy Gagnon from North Country Cable to see what his intentions were. He said he'd be here for the 2 softball games. The B's and the C's were playing here. That's popped up. It is taken by the second sacker, Amanda Felix. So that's 2 down. Now the cleanup batter, Krista Shippey, steps in. So we covered the Bobcats against the Ticonderoga Sentinels. And we haven't heard for sure, because it rained and it was a miserable day, we haven't heard for sure that softball game was... Drops in. Saskavich should have been running with 2 outs. With 2 outs, she should have scored on that little bloop, or at least been well round third. A little bloop single for Shippey, but does not get a run in. And Jamie Mylan LeClaire at the plate. So as we said, as far as we know, the game was taped. We haven't heard otherwise. And by the time the Bobcat fans see this, foul ball. We'll all know, because if it was taped, it would have been played before you see this one. And Foxy Gagnon today is covering the PHS game.
Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry to get
There's
your
Mark
way.
Sudol. Mark looks a lot different in real life, doesn't he? He looks much taller on TV, doesn't he? Yeah, he sure does. All right, we got runners at the corners. 2 outs, 0-1 the count. And a soft line shot to shortstop. Mylan LeClaire's ball just about the same spot that Luboff got that leadoff single. The difference is the shortstop was there. Nothing across for the Cats. After 1 full, it's 3-0 Larry's here on Hometown Cable. Don McCallum, the pitcher, will lead it off for St. Lawrence. At the top of the second. Fouls it over the roof. Strike 1. Three 0 visitors. Winner of this game plays Wednesday in Glens Falls. And according to what's on the state website, they'd be playing the same time as the Class D representatives. And if the Bobcats and Eagles of Shazy would happen to be playing at the same time in different sites, that would pose a problem for us, but it's a problem we would welcome. It's fouled off. The count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the order on deck. Line shot to Mylan LeClaire. And she'll haul it in. We have 1 down. Brings up Megan Laboff, the left fielder. Strike 1. Yeah. Infield, as you see, playing right in the baseline, right in the base paths. Not anticipating a hard hit ball. The infield is a little on the soft side. That's bunted foul, strike 2. And the 0-2 pitch. A little high. Now the 1-2 delivery is taken high again, 2-2. Soft liner, foul ball. That's about the distance her leadoff hit was. With 2 strikes, I'd have my infielders playing back a little bit. She's not going to bunt now. And they're just playing too shallow in my estimation. Count even at 2-2. A long at bat here for Laboff. Top of the second inning. And Giro delivers. And that's going to drop in front of Mylan LeClaire. So we're going to call her Megan Hit 'em Where They Ain't LaBeouf. She gets another single on a little blooper. This one a little further into the outfield, but certainly not a line drive. There's Jillian Sauls, the first sacker. Ball one. So one out, one on. Ball two. Strike. It's a fair ball. Giro will have to go to first. Throw to third, and she's going to be safe at third. Throw is to the home plate side of the bag. Good throw would have had her, I think. So it's a runner at third, one down. Now Mariana Locke, the shortstop, is the batter. Number 3 hitter in the lineup. Two outs. I was saying there's one out. There's actually 2 outs. Hit to Kowalski, over to Boyer, and that's the third out. So nothing across for the Larrys. After an inning and a half, it remains St. Lawrence 3 and Northern Adirondack nothing here on Hometown Cable. Rainey Minkler, the designated hitter for the Cats, will lead it off as we start the bottom half of the second inning. North Country Regional Championship Softball, Section 10 and Section 7 here at Plattsburgh State. It's Memorial Day 2005. And the pitch. And Minkler wasn't able to avoid it. I think I would not avoid the ball either. I would dance around and make sure I got hit. Not sure if she could have avoided it, but the smart thing to do is to get on base. Here's Elena Karofsky. She's the second baseman. It's a soft line drive, and it's caught in left field. LaBeouf fires to first. Ball gets away, but not deep. A beautiful running catch in left field by Megan LaBeouf from St. Lawrence. She made a couple of nice catches. That backhander off Haley Trombley's bat was a nice catch also. Now Kelsey Jutnan, the third sacker, up for the Cats. Hits it up to short. Well, the second over to first will not be in time. So they get the lead runner locked over to the second baseman Felix for the out. 2 down, and Kim Giro, the pitcher, will step in for the Cats. Pitch from McCowan is ball 1. Gets away. Coasting in was Jutnan, and Dennis Labarge reminding her that she has a higher gear than that and to use it. No coasting in softball when you're in a championship game. Strike, change up. 3-1. Popped up, strike 2. 2 outs, full count. Top of the order on deck. Here's the pitch to Giro. Ball 4. Kim Giro draws the walk. Puts runners at first and second. And brings up that line drive hitting Haley Trombley, a Bobcat left fielder. She'd like to hit the ball just as hard as she did the first time, but this time not in the the range of LeBoff. Low, ball one. Potential tying run is at the plate for the Cats. They're trailing 3-0 here in the second. Ball two. On deck is Stacy Siskavich, who creamed that double into deep center field in her first trip. That's ball three. John Lee will be taking all the way. Here's the 3-0 delivery. Ball four, hitter. But it was ball four anyway. The difference is it's a dead ball and runners can't run around the bases or attempt to. So the bases are full. And a very good young hitter, Stacy Siskavich, is at the plate with a potential tying run at first. And she representing the go-ahead run. Hit to the third base side. Everybody's going to be safe. Siskavich will reach. Everybody is safe. It's a 3-1 ball game. The potential tying run moves to second. And Kristen Brunel due to the plate. She's the catcher. A little slow getting her catching gear off here, so she's as hard a hitter as the Bobcats have on the team, and she's up here in a big situation for the Bobcats, trailing 3-1. She delivers a base hit up the middle. The Bobcats caught a break there. 2 runs across the plate. I thought we were going to have a play at third base, and you got to be careful on the third out that you play at third base. Siskavich racing into third, that you don't have an out at third to end the inning. Don't have an out at third to end the inning before that run crosses the plate. But there is no out at third. It's a 3-3 ball game. We've got Courtney Bilo in running as a courtesy runner for the catcher Brunel, and the cleanup hitter at the plate, Krista Shippey, as the Bobcats look to take the lead here in the second. It's a 3-3 ball game. We'll see if they'll send Bilo and take that force off. It's high. Bilo fakes but stays put. Siskavich at third. It's hit to second base. It's dropped. It would have been a nice catch. Bilo on her horse is in at third. The Bobcats have taken a 4-3 lead. Shippey is on. I would call it a single. Second baseman Felix came a long way, got a glove on it. Would have been a very nice catch if she'd caught that one. Jamie Mylan LeClaire steps in now. And it's a 4-3 Bobcat lead. Bobcats coming off an 18-8 win against Ticonderoga. And prior to that, a big high-scoring win against Plattsburgh High School in the end of their season, regular season. So they've been hitting the ball well. They have been peaking, and they're playing a team that has just one loss. State-ranked team. I believe the Larrys are ranked 15th in New York State coming into today's game. Probably higher than that. That was taken before the playoffs. Well, runners at the corners. Still 2 outs. Mylan LeClaire pops it up. It's going to go out of play. It's going to be a foul ball. That's high. Shippey in at second with this uncontested steal. 2-2 the count. 2 ducks on the pond for Mylan LeClaire. To left field, and LeBoff grabs it. So the Bobcats pick up 4, and after 2 full, We've got a 4-3 ball game. Northern Adirondack leading St. Lawrence here on Hometown Cable.
The Larrys of St. Lawrence 3.
Start us off now. Get that run back. Come on now.
Emily Helmer, the center fielder, steps in for the Larrys in the third. Giro winds and delivers. Helmer hits it on the ground. Nice stop by Shippey, but she can't get anything on the throw. Her momentum was going to the right. That's a play. If she was a step or two back, it wouldn't have been as difficult for her. She would have had that extra bounce in there. But the Bobcats continuing to play shallow in the infield. So we have a base runner. Potential tying run is on for the Larrys. Here's Shailene Solar, the third baseman. Pitch from Giro to right field. So the first, not in time. Nice play by the right fielder, Siskavich. One down. Now Candace Musso, the catcher, will step in.
The next batter, the catcher, number 19, Candace Musso.
Here we go, 1-9. Here we go, 1-9. Here we go, kid. Here we go now. All right.
Brunel, another pickoff attempt that went wrong. The ball bounced in front of Boyer, went into right field. We got a runner in scoring position. Brunel not afraid to throw, but we've had a couple of advances in the game so far. We're only in the third inning. That's popped up. It's going to be off the fence, off the roof, and out of play. 1 out, 1-2 the count on the batter, Musal. Change up is a strike. Had her fooled. She tried to duck under it. But it's a strike 3. Oh, wasn't fooled. It's your normal stance. You can't suddenly shrink your strike zone to avoid getting a strike called. So a big change up there by Giro. Now Amanda Felix, the second baseman, steps in. Potential tying run at second base with 2 outs here in the third. Sun peeking out now. That's ball 2. Strike. Comebacker to Giro. Throw was low. Nice pickup by Boyer. Kept her foot on the bag and scooped that out. But she should take a little more time to make sure the ump sees that her foot's on the bag. She came off kind of quick. There wasn't any need for that. So make sure you give the umpire a good look. It's take off your jacket time here. Tradition in the Section 7, Section 10 game. After the 2.5 innings, the umps take off their jackets. Stick around and see what happens after the 5th inning.
For the third time.
Rainey Minkler at the plate. The designated hitter is leading off the Bobcat half of the third. Looks at ball 1. And it is getting warm out here. A pleasant surprise. We'll probably be inundated by all the hungry little bugs that have been waiting for this opportunity in the swamp right around us. We're located right next to Horace Judson Brook here at the ball field. Strike called. 1-2 the count. 4-3 the score in the third. 2-2. It's popped up. It's a fair ball. And it's caught. Nice catch by Musal, the catcher. And it was fair ball, so if she dropped it, Minkler would have been on first base. Here's Elena Karofsky, the Bobcats' second baseman. Strike 1. Strike two. Ball from the bullpen on the field. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Count holds at 1-2. Column delivers. Ball two. Ball three. Full count. And the payoff pitch. High level, ball four. So Korofsky gets a base on balls. She'll make her way to first, and Bobcat pitcher Kim Giro will step in. Whoops, excuse me. That was Kelsey Jutnan. Giro's on deck. This is Kelsey Jutnan, the third baseman.
Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Out of play. Strike one. Strike two. Foul ball. Just barely foul. Strike two. 0-2 the count. Pitch to Jutnan. Foul tip. Foul tip. It hit her after the foul tip, so it's a foul ball. Time. It's a foul tip. I think I heard a tip. They're saying it's not a foul tip. Even if it's a foul tip?
It's not a foul, it's to the body.
No, but okay, it didn't hit the. It didn't hit her. It didn't hit the bat apparently. So there's no foul ball involved. There's Giro. We could hear the ball hit something, but it was her arm apparently, and not the bat. So swinging and missing is basically what she did. Hitting the ball with your arm is not a foul ball. Hitting the ball with the bat and bouncing it off your arm, that's a foul ball. 2 outs. Giro at the plate. Korofsky at second. Top of the order on deck. Bottom half of the third with the Bobcats leading at 4-3. Section 7, Section 10. North Country regional game. Hit to LaBoff. She'll catch that. Does a nice job out there in left field. And after 3 full, it remains 4-3 Bobcats. Top half of the 4th inning, Mallory Buckley, the designated hitter, is up there for the Larrys. She looks at a close one for ball one. Saranac too. Two and 0. Strike.
Double hard shot. Let's go. Need base runners here now. 1-1. Good eye. 3-1.
3-1 pitch. Foul tip. 3-2. Line shot. It's fair, but it's a foul ball. Well hit ball, but it was foul by quite a bit. 3-2 count. First batter in the 4th. And the pitch. Strike 3. Nice swing, but Buckley's out.
The pitcher, number 3, Don McCallum.
Don McCallum, the pitcher. Takes that one way high for ball one. To second, Korofsky grabs, and we have 2 down. Top of the order now, and the left fielder, who's had a busy game, Megan LaBoff, leadoff hitter. One of the few lefty hitters in the game. Line shot to Shippey. She squeezes it for the out. Well hit ball by LaBeouf, but right at Krista Shippey. Stuck her glove up and hauled it in. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing across for the Larrys. We're halfway through this one. It's 4-3 Bobcats. Haley Trombley hits it to short, fire to first, just in time. Jared Perrier doesn't agree with it, but I think they got her by about 10 inches. Her foot was on its way down. So nice play there by the shortstop, Mariana Locke. We may have to convince Jared Perrier, may have to sedate him, but I think it was a good call. Nothing falls in front of LaBeouf. Stacy Siskavich hits it to left field. And LaBeouf is there for the catch. 2 outs. Now Kristen Brunell steps up for the first time with nobody on. She's been up twice with runners on base. It's the first time she's been up there with the bases empty. High ball 1. Little bit of rain falling now. Oh, Brunell going after a high one. Coach Dennis Labarge saying, stop that. Not even at 1-1. Strike 2. It's almost pull out the umbrella time here. There's the 1-2 delivery. High offering. With 2 strikes, got to protect the strike zone. Souvenir for a lucky fan. One and 2. And the pitch. Hit into left field. Off the arm of the shortstop, Locke. That's a 2-out single for Brunell. She'll get her designated runner in. That's Courtney Bilo. And Krista Shippey, the cleanup hitter and shortstop, steps in. Strike 1. Shippey hits it to center field. It's going to drop in. Bilo could score. They're going to hold her up at third. Larry's got that ball in a hurry. Kept Bilo at third base. So well hit ball by Shippey. But nothing across for the Cats. That's runners on second and third. And the redhead, the center fielder, Jamie Mylan LeClaire at the plate.
Number 9, Jamie Mylan LeClaire.
Rainey Minkler on deck. Ball 2. 2 ducks on the pond for the Cats. 2 outs. Ball 3. First base is open. See if she has the green light. Or in the Bobcats world, it's green and gold light. But the ball is well out of the strike zone, so she didn't have to worry about it. Ball 4. Mylan LeClaire is on at first. Bilo at third. Shippey at second. And Rainey Minkler, the designated hitter, at the plate for the Cats. High ball 1. No place to put her. McAllen has to make her a hitter. Ball 2. There's a strike. She's got the green light now. And a 2-1 pitch. Hit to left field, and of course LaBeouf is going to catch it. Bobcats leave them loaded. Nothing across. They strand 3, and we're going to the 5th. 4-3. Bobcats over the Larrys. Jillian Sauls looks at ball 1.
Come on now.
As we start the 5th. 2-0. And pitch from Giro. Strike. Pete Ensel calling the balls and strikes. Bobby McConey on the first base side, and Fred Lemire from Tupper Lake over on the left field third base side. Change up. Three and 2. And the payoff pitch is fouled off. Ball 4. So the Larrys have their leadoff batter on. Nobody out, and the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. Mariana Locke, the shortstop. The potential tying run at first base. She represents the potential go-ahead run where... Wow. I'm not sure what was happening there. Karofsky was running towards second base away from that ball. That looked like it was going to be caught by her, and all of a sudden she's heading for second. Not sure if she was going there to cover a steal or what, but a big break for the Larrys there that could lead to big things. Emily Helmer in at the plate, bunts it. Brunel over, can't quite get it. Strike 1. Nobody out. Potential go-ahead run on here in the 5th inning for the Larrys. Brunel grabs it. 1 down. Shailene Solar now, the 3rd sacker. Strike 1. Giro trying to pitch her way out of this one. To Giro. Safe. What? Out at third. Out at third. I don't have a good enough view to argue it. And the Larrys are arguing it. Not arguing it, but not happy with the call. Giro turned and took the sharp toss. Once she hit the ground, she knew she couldn't put anything on the ball to first, so she was thinking get that lead runner. So that's 2 outs. That's a couple of fielders that we've seen slide on this very slippery turf here. The turf kind of sticks to your shoes when you walk on it, so you end up with turf on your shoes trying to stop on the turf on the infield dirt, and you don't have much there to stop you. So we've seen a couple of the fielders fall on their cans. Strike. 3-1 to count. We're in the 5th inning. Tying run at second. Go ahead run on at first with 2 outs. Ball 4. It's going to load the bases. Dennis Labarge wants to remind his team that there's 2 outs to get the batter. Amanda Felix was due up. Looks like he's bringing in somebody cold off the bench here. She was not swinging a bat on deck. See if this will work out for the Larrys.
Pitching for the second baseman, number 5, Amanda Felix.
Aaron Smith will step in. Pinch hitting here with the bases full. What a pressure situation to be put into. Ball one. Brunel still showing confidence in her throws. A wild throw, we got a tie game or worse. There's the bunt. Oh my goodness, safe. Safe. Kelsey Jutman just plain lost track of the situation. Had the force at the plate and fired the ball and ended up firing it to Michelle Boyer, who had come in to guard a bunt down the first base side. And she was nowhere near first. She's the first baseman, but covering first at that point was Karofsky. And it'll be ruled as an infield hit because you can't assume the force out, I guess. But all Jutman had to do was turn and tag the runner or a short toss to Brunel at the plate. So it's a 4-4 ball game. The bags are still loaded. And I believe it's Mallory Buckley at the plate was the batter that's due up. Strike. So another breaks of the game type of play. When you're feeling that ball, you've got 100 things going into your head at once, and you're just reacting. And sometimes your reaction would have been different if you'd had a little more time to think about. But that's why you got to think of what you're going to do with it before you get it. Think of what you're going to do with it before you get it. So, of course, the problem there was Jutman had her back to what was happening behind her. Little pop-up, Giro will one-hand it. The Larrys tie it. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. It's 4-4. Bobcats and St. Lawrence here on Hometown Cable. Elena Karofsky at the plate. Second sacker looks at strike one to start the bottom of the fifth. Brand new ball game. 4-4 the score. Hit back to the pitcher. Over to first. Karofsky is eliminated. The ball went back to McCollum. Fires over to Sauls. One out. That'll bring up Kelsey Jutman, the third baseman. Hit sharply to third. Fire to first is in time. And there are two down. The third baseman Seller to the first sacker Sauls. Throws a little high. But Sauls is able to haul it in. Two outs and Kim Giro at the plate. And the pitcher looks at high one for ball one. Two outs, nobody on. 4-4 the score in the fifth. Section 7, Section 10, North Country Regional. Winner advances to the next round in the state playoffs, Class C level. Next game for the winner will be at Glens Falls. Could be trouble. Nope. Hung up there. Plenty of time for Locke to make the catch. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across for the Cats. It remains 4-4 after 5 on Hometown Cable. Don McAllen at the plate. She'll be leading off for the Larrys. Following her, it's the top of the order, so tie game, and the teams are close in the batting position. One batter, then the top of the order for the Larrys, and in the Bobcat side, it's the top of the order due up in their half of the sixth.
Leading off the Larrys in the top half of the sixth inning, the right fielder, number 15, Sarah Bradish.
All right, right fielder. Wait a minute here. Sarah. Wait a minute, we're all messed up here. Keisha Sebring was the right fielder. He's saying Sarah. We'll see when we get a number on her what her name is. Foul ball. It's Sarah Bradish. And not sure why she is hitting. She could bat for her DH, Buckley, unless she is replacing the pitcher, McClellan. Don't know. Just because she's the right fielder doesn't mean somebody else can't start pitching here. We'll go with what we know. Bradish is the batter. She's leading off in the sixth. Nice catch by Karofsky. Elena Karofsky got back on that one, made the catch. That's one out. And Megan Leboff is at the plate. So Bradish apparently came in for McCallum. And I assume somebody else is pitching. We'll have to pay attention to that as we go to the bottom of the inning. This is the top of the order for the Larrys. 1-2 the count. Back to Giro. Over to Boye. Boye made sure of the tag. Made sure she caught the ball first, which you got to do. You can't worry about the bag and not have the ball. Ball first, bag second. And that's exactly what she did. 2 outs, and Jillian Sauls at the plate.
I would have thought it was about 15 to 15. I'll holler. We've been hearing over that.
Hit it hard. Stroke one here. Base hit.
Strike 2. Jeff McNeil showing up at the game. He's arriving late there. Strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across for the Larrys. We're going to the bottom of the sixth. 4-4 the score. Okay, Keisha Sebring, who had been the right fielder, is now pitching. So Sebring is the pitcher. She is the one who is being hit for. So the only difference is instead of being the right fielder, she is now the pitcher. So McCallum is out. On the bottom of the sixth. Haley Trombley at the plate for the Cats. That's going to be a foul ball. And it's going to be caught by Leboff, who has done nothing but catch balls in left field all day long. Another nice running grab for Leboff. Stacy Siskavich, the batter. Ball 1. 4-4 the score. Up the middle, base hit for Siskavich. He has hit the ball well today. Or hit it good. Now Kristen Brunel, the catcher. 1 on, 1 out in the bottom of the sixth. A tie ball game. Section 7, Section 10, North Country Regional Championship game. They used to give a plaque for this game, but they no longer do that because we don't always play Section 10 and Section 7. Section 2 and 3 are also involved in the mix. So the potential go-ahead run has moved into scoring position with Brunel at the plate and Shippey on deck. The Cats are right where they want to be in this situation. That's a foul ball. Bobcats had a .500 season during the regular CVAC season. Larrys were 13-1 in the Northern Athletic Conference division. Strike 2. Sebring ahead 1-2 on the count. LeBoff can't get that one. Safe at the plate and heads up running. Brunel on the throw that's cut off. Brunel heads up, goes into second base. Bilo will come in and run for it. It's a courtesy thing. Pitchers and catcher can be run for without interfering with their status. So RBI single for Kristen Brunel. Scores Siskavich. Krista Shippey at the plate. Bilo at second base, running for Brunel. It's 5-4 Bobcats. They're looking to put me in a dilemma. Put me in a dilemma. They know that if they win and the Eagles of Shazy win, I'll have 2 games at the same time in Glens Falls. Hit on the ground. Nice stop. Out at first. The second sacker, Aaron Smith, knocked it down. Couldn't handle it cleanly. She knocked it down and gets the out. So no harm there because Bilo would have ended up at third no matter what. And that's where she is. Here's Jamie Mylan LeClaire, hits it to third. Throw to first in time. The Bobcats pick up a run. They're going into the 7th, leading 5-4 here on Hometown Cable. Kim Giro on the pitching rubber. Kristen Brunel behind the plate. Michelle Boyer at first. Kelsey Jutnan at third. Krista Shippey at short. Elena Kurowski at second base. Haley Trombley, Jamie Mylan LeClaire, and Stacy Siskavich going from left to right on defense. The Larrys send up the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, trailing by a run. Here's Mariana Locke, the shortstop. Ball one just low. You know the count, those balls are just missing. These are all nice pitches. There's a strike. Cats up by a run. Way high, ball 4, puts a potential tying run on board for the Larrys. Cleanup hitter Emily Helmer. I want to say Elmer, but it's Emily Helmer. Ball one. Giro has to make these guys hitters. Popped up. Shippey calling for on the edge of the infield. Makes the catch. We have 1 out. Shailene Solar, the third sacker. Looks at strike 1. Brunel not giving up. I don't care if I have thrown 2 into right field. I ain't gonna lead off my bases. Late swing. Tag. Is there an out? No out at second. No tag, says Bobby McConey. Bobby McConey just a few inches, a few feet away, says there was no tag. So, Karowski had ideas of a DP, but she apparently missed with the tag, but turned in time
Come on, Molly.
to get the batter. It's 2 outs, and Molly Tenique is going to step in with a game on the line, the potential last out, potential tying run at second base. Another pressure situation for another pinch hitter. Tenique is batting for Musal. 2 outs. Potential tying run at second. Potential last out at the plate. Section 7, Section 10, North Country Regional, Class C level. Loser is done. Larry's with just 1 loss this year, coming into the playoffs with 13-1 record. Strike 1. Bobcats played 500 during the season, but have been coming on strong, beating the highly touted Plattsburgh High School team, who are incidentally the Section 7 Class B champions. Beating them in their last game of the season with a lot of hits, and they got a lot of hits. Foul ball. Nice try by Boyer. Would have been a good catch. And in the Class C final, Bobcats won it 18-8. So it's a 1-2 count to Tenique. That's popped up. Brunel over off the building. Count hold. So another 1-2 pitch. Just missing. Just missing. Too close to be taking. Too close to be taking. You don't want to end the game with a bat on your shoulder. 2-2. 3-2. Another close one. Foul ball. Full count. First base is open. Here's the payoff. Come back to Giro. To Boyer. And the Bobcats will advance. The Bobcats hand the St. Lawrence Larrys their second loss of the season. A 5-4 victory. The Larrys scored 4 runs in the top, no, 3 runs in the top of the first inning. And the Bobcats never gave up. They came back to take a 4-3 lead in the second. The Larrys tied it at 4 in the 5th. And the bottom of the 6th, the Bobcats made it 5-4, and that's the ball game. Section 7, Section 10 regional champions, Northern Adirondack Bobcats. Let's listen to the PA announcer, Rick Bruce, and let's get in position here to see what's going on.
Pitcher's mound, where the Section 7 softball committee member Greg Myers and the Section 7 softball committee chairperson Mr. Ralph Cross will present the certificates. First of all, to the Larrys, congratulations on an outstanding season. Number 14, Megan LaBath.
Megan LaBath, great job in left field.
Number 12, Jillian Sauls.
Jillian Sauls, first baseman.
Number 13, Mariana Locke.
Mariana Locke, a shortstop.
Number 16, Emily Helmer.
Emily Helmer.
Number 9,
Center fielder.
Shailene Solar.
Shailene Solar, the third baseman.
Number 19, Candace Musaw.
Candace Musaw, the catcher.
Number 5, Amanda Felix.
Starting second baseman, Amanda Felix.
Number 11, Mallory Buckley.
Mallory Buckley, designated hitter.
Number 3, Don McCallum.
Don McCallum, the starting pitcher.
Number 1, Keisha Sebring.
Keisha Sebring, who started in right field and came into pitch.
Number 10, Molly Tenike.
Molly Tenike.
Number 4, Amanda Locke.
Amanda Locke.
Number 2, Aaron Smith.
Aaron Smith.
Number 7, Larissa Shapovalova.
Marissa Shapovalova.
And number 15, Sarah Bradish.
Sarah Bradish.
Once again, congratulations on an outstanding season. And now to present the certificates to the Section 7, Section 10 Class C Girls Regional Champions, the Bobcats of Northern Adirondack. Number 2, Haley Trombley.
Haley Trombley, left fielder, leadoff hitter.
Number 1, Stacy Siskavich.
Stacy Siskavich, the right fielder.
Number 15, Kristen Brunell.
Kristen Brunell, the catcher, the fearless catcher.
Number 3, Krista Shippey.
Cleanup hitter, shortstop, Krista Shippey.
Number 9, Jamie Mylan LeClaire.
Jamie Mylan LeClaire, the redheaded center fielder.
Number 13, Rainey Minkler.
Rainey Minkler, designated hitter.
Number 14, Elena Karofsky.
Elena Korowski, the second baseman.
Number 10, Kelsey Juntanen.
Kelsey Jutnan, the third baseman.
Number 6, Kim Giro.
Kim Giro, the pitcher, the winning pitcher.
Number 11, Michelle Boyer.
Michelle Boyer, the first baseman. Squeezed the ball for the last out.
Courtney Bilo.
Courtney Bilo, who ran and scored a couple of runs today. Aaron Hemingway.
Number 17, Lauren Carter.
Lauren Carter.
Number 12, Jenna McNeil.
Jenna McNeil.
And number 5, Barb Wolf.
And Barbara Wolf.
Once again, congratulations to the Bobcats on an outstanding season, the New York State Section 7, Section 10 Class C Girls Regional Champs. The Bobcats will now face Section 2 Representative Mechanicville on Wednesday, June 1st at 3 o'clock at Morris Field in Glens Falls. Once again, they will face Section 2 Representative Mechanicville on Wednesday, June 1st at 3 o'clock at Morris Field in Glens Falls. Congratulations. We thank you for your support. Have a safe trip home.
All right, Dennis Labarge, the coach, and his assistant, Jared Perrier. And that's the way it was on this Memorial Day, a memorable Memorial Day for the Bobcats. 5-4 victors, and they are North Country Regional Champions. And they'll go on to play in Glens Falls on Wednesday. Thanks for watching, and for those of you who appreciate Hometown Cable being here and who support our continuing efforts. This is viewer-supported local television. When you see a viewer supporter, say thank you, and why not join them and help support this kind of programming? It's the only payment we get. We get a few advertisers, and the rest is up to the viewers. So if you appreciate this kind of coverage, we need to hear from you, and we need your money to keep this kind of programming going. This is what we do for a living, folks.